Volume 2 of the Poem of the Man God, Chapter 214, in Judas's house at Iscariot, a vision given to Maria Valtorta on the 10th of July 1945. Jesus is about to sit down at the table with all his friends in Judas's beautiful house. And he says to Judas's mother, who has come from her country house to give proper hospitality to the master, "No, mother, you must stay with us as well. We are like a family here. This is not the cold, formal banquet for casual guests. I took your son, and I want you to take me as a son, as I take you as a mother, because you are really worth it. Is that right, my friends? That thus we shall be happier and feel at home?" The apostles and the two Marys nod wholeheartedly. And Judas's mother, her eyes bright with tears, sits between her son and the master, in front of whom there are the two Marys, with Margium between them. For those who don't know, Margium was originally called Jabez. He was an orphan, looked after by his uncle, who was worked to death by Dorcas, I think his name was. And Jabez is taken under the wing of Jesus and the followers of Jesus, and gets the name given to him of Margium. And he really has a base. He stays with St. Peter's wife, Porphyria, because Peter had been pestering Jesus to allow him to adopt him. And Jesus reluctantly does so. Reluctantly because he's concerned that Peter may be diverted from his primary mission. But Mary, I think, intervenes and persuades Jesus to let Peter adopt the boy. So this is Margium, but his name changes again in the future. Not during the period of the Poem of the Man God, but afterwards. It becomes Marshall. I think we're told that it will become Marshall. And that is Saint Marshall, who is honoured in France, about whom there are a few details that we can glean from early Christian writings. Some place him much later than the time of Christ, but some place him at the time of Christ and the apostles. And thus we know from here that this is correct. And it seems from a vision of Peter, when he's in Rome, long after the crucifixion, resurrection and ascension of Christ, he's with a young man. Peter is older now, he's the mature man, and that would quite possibly be Saint Marshall. But there we are, that's Margium. And Jesus does prophesy, I think, that he will be a great Christian and a martyr at some point. The maidservant brings the food, which Jesus offers, blesses, and then hands out, because Judas's mother is inflexible on that point. And he always hands out, beginning from her, which moves the woman more and more, and makes Judas proud and pensive at the same time. They talk about various subjects, in which Jesus endeavours to get Judas's mother interested, and he strives as well to make her become familiar with the two women disciples. Margium is helping in this respect, as he states that he is very fond also of Judas's mother. Quotes, "because her name is Mary, like all good women," unquote.